check one. Hey, there we go. Golly, it's always something. It's always something. You know, it's always something. Somebody's got to mess with a setting, or you got to unplug some shit, redo some things, and all of a sudden nothing works. Golly. I did, Pearl Haggard, use all my best one-liners while muted. I wonder if you guys can still hear. Let's make sure. Let's make sure. There he is. All right, my goodness. So I had to, you know, like redo everything, right? Had all this stuff and whatever and blah, 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 blah. So there we are. Of course, when you redo everything, you know, run chords, and I made it all nice and neat and whatnot, because it had chords going everywhere, and it was like, fucking hell, shit. So I went and redid everything, got this cool little chord wrap, got everything all nice, and it's neat. There's one, like, wrapped chord that's a trip hazard, but it's over kind of in the corner. So, but when I did that, I had to pull everything out. What is this? What? Whatever. You leave me alone. All right, cool. Anyway, so yeah, after I did all that, I guess it messed up all my settings, because I had to do the same thing in Discord. I had to go back in there and change it and get it back, and I forgot about this silly machine here. All right, who do we have? We've got lots of people I see. Steaming Cup of Reason says, teaching a class this morning. Hopefully you'll still be on when I'm done. Have a good one, mate. Thank you, Steaming Cup. Irish Dublin Girl, Vlad the Impaler. Hello, Johnny O. Good to see you. I'm impatient. Make time go faster. Well, I tried. Script Cat, Syrian, Pearl Haggard. Who else? Oh, Pearl Haggard says, it's getting super chilly here too, Pacific Northwest. I'm trying not to turn the heater on yet. It got cold today for Texas. Probably not for you. It's like summertime for you, I'm sure. But here in Texas, I think it's got to be in the 50s, maybe the 40s. Let me see where we are right now here. Let's see this thing. What does this thing say? It doesn't really matter. Something like that. I don't know. Something like 49. God damn. Anyway, yeah. Let's see who else. Rob Parks, good to see you. Let's see. Randy, good to see you, Randy. Lots of folks calling the L3. Miss Mandy. Did I see? Yes, I did see Bandit and Archangel and Syrian and Paracord Princess. Skooma Cat, Brandon Riley. My goodness, so many awesome people. Commander Darklight, good to see you. Charlie Welch is in the house. He says, present and accounted for. Archangel 3, Randy Nicole. Wait, what happened here? What happened? We're missing something. I feel like I saw some other people that have not made it into this little thing here that should tell me who's here. So, let's see. What do I got? I never know what I'm doing. I'm just... What is this? Let's do that. There we go. Maybe this thing will. Who knows? Who knows what this thing is doing? I never know anymore. That still works, but I'm missing all the chats. What is this? Go there. I don't know. Try to be all nice and fancy, and things don't work, and it's weird. So I'll just go to the other one over here. Aaron Reese says, don't you long for the day you have enough subs you can't greet them all? You know what? I'm kind of like JL. I'm a glutton for punishment, and I do the best I can to greet everybody as I see them. Two bitches in a box truck. I see you over there. Simon H. Little Dickens. Leslie Gutowski. Adam L. says, am I in there? You might be. Joshua Lee, good to see you. I think what I need to do is we're going to do that, and then we're going to reconnect. I think that'll make it work. I hope that'll make it work. And then maybe everybody else will come in there. I think so. OG Goblin, Simon H., Stacey Hansen. I could have swore I saw Mrs. Schrodinger's cat. Did I see Mr. Schrodinger's cat? Mr. E-Man says, I am late. No, you're not. I hear a leak in plumbing on headphones. Christopher O'Connor, that is not a leak. That is my turtle tank. I need to change her filter, so I haven't completely refilled her water. She has plenty of water, but I just need to clean her filter out and then, refill her water, and it should be good. Mr. Andret says, reminds me of that kid show in the 70s. A lady looking through a mirror, calling out. What was that show called? I know what you're talking about. Can't remember the name of that one. Mark Stoney, good to see you, sir. There you are. I knew you were here. I knew you were here. Yes, I know. I will fix it. I'll take care of it. I promise. Because most people don't like it. Pan Trans Woman, good to see you. Simon Mishner, good to see you. Ziggy for the facts, good to see you. Hello, Cindy. How is everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing very well. Romper Room, that's right. It was Romper Room. Yes, I knew it was. I knew I should remember that, and I'd feel bad for not knowing it. But, you know, it is what it is. Go away there. There we go. That looks better. No, I'm a weird. I don't like. Well, you guys knew that. So, how's everybody doing? Did everybody get the opportunity to get yourself a drink or some food or something? John Eagle says, I have a fish tank. When I'm on the phone, people think I'm taking a pee. Yep. Chris Turner Music Channel, good to see you. Gina S says, what kind of turtle at the plot hole? Well, we actually have 4 turtles here. Don't tell anybody. But we have 4 turtles. We have 2 red-eared sliders, 1 Mississippi map, and 1 pink neck side turtle. So yeah, lots of turtles. Sean Michael Beasley says, Nut was itching. Sorry I'm late. Well, you're right on time. It's all right. Right on time. Water Duelist says, Beetlejuice. Think somebody's trying to summon someone. Joshua Lee says, enjoyed the video earlier. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Be right back. All right, we'll be right here. Well, I don't know what's... There it goes. Commander Darklight for $14.99 odds. It says, working and lurking. Eyes. Thank you very much for that super chat. Commander Darklight. Water Duelist says, I have an alligator snapping turtle. That's pretty cool. Rob Parks. Oh, no. Wait. Where'd it go? Ziggy for the facts? No, what was it? 1 month and no smoking. Yay me. Yes, congratulations, Mrs. Schrodinger's cat. That is awesome. That's a very difficult thing to do. But you're past the physical part. Now it's just getting over that mental part. The part that says I need it. That's the hardest part of that particular addiction. Oh no, Rob Park says Beetlejuice. That's 2. I do have enough for a Ninja Vigilante Squad Prime Red. That is true. Oh, that's cool. Live close to Halloween capital of the world. That's awesome. Pics of the turtles as SAPC upgrades. Are they ninjas? Not yet. None of them have... Well, I take that back. Our big one does have a name from the Ninja Turtle series. It's Karai. At first, we thought it was going to be a Leo. I don't know why, because it's a red-eared slider. I would have thought Raphael, but, the kid's like, no, we're going to name him Leo. Then we find out Leo was not a him. Leo identifies as a girl. So, we had to change Leo's name to Karai. And then we have the newest red-eared slider, I believe, is Miko, I think. Citrus is the pink-eared side neck, or pink neck side turtle. That pink belly side neck turtle. And then I forget what the Mississippi map is. I forget. Oh no, it's Keith. That's right. Colony 3 says, at the plot hole, just running my CNC machine at work. That is cool. What you cutting? Pan Trans Woman says Candyman. Hey, you know what? I don't know if you can see, but Tony Todd is back there. He's back. Right? Well, you can't see because... Wait a minute. Let's see if I can switch to the other camera. Wait, where is it? I didn't. I don't have it. Son of a monkey. Tell you what, we'll do this. We'll go like that, and then we'll do this one here. And we'll call this... Let's see if we can... What is this? Oh, that's not what I want. That's definitely not what I want to show you guys. Look, that's all weird. Look. Oh, it goes on forever and ever and ever. That's not what I wanted to show you. So we're going to get rid of that. Yes, I'm sure. You got to press the right buttons. When you don't press... Gina S., I see you over there. How you doing, Gina S.? Shelly says, Mrs. Schrodinger's cat, you inspired me to quit. That is awesome. Randy, I'm actually using Streamlabs cutting holdout rings. What you making? Calling the L3. Mark Stoney says, I quit tobacco in April. Congratulations. That's tough to do, man. That tobacco, man, that thing's, it is, excuse me. It is not fun. That's what I'm looking for. I don't know if you'll be able to see Tony Todd. Let me see if I move. There he is right there. See? Tony Todd. Boom. Tony Todd. I actually got to meet Tony Todd. That was fun. Boy, that camera looks bad. Fix that. My goodness. It's so just not good at all. That's better. It's a little better. I still look all goofy, though. Look at that. My color's off and whatnot, so we'll just get rid of that. There we go. That look better. Not that, I mean, I do much to look good, you know. Kind of stuck with his face. At least that's what I tell my wife. She's like, but you can get plastic surgery. I said, I could, but I'm not gonna. Because I don't know if there's enough plastic surgery in the world. Love turtles. They are cute. I like them, too. They're awesome. Oh, shit. Beetlejuice. That's 3. Any second now, Tanzo's going to show up. Let's see here. Keeping It Criminal says, yo, Johnny O. Good to see you, Kick. No news, good news, I hope. I hope. Let's see here. What do we got going on? My wife is from Mississippi. She is terrified of alligator snapping turtles. I bet. Water Duelist already did it. Got all 3 of them. Cindy says 3 months smoke free here. That's awesome. Christo, good to see you. Says good, thanks. Pat Dallinger, good to see you. You have 2 sliders, Mom Dukes? That's cool. How long have you had them? We've had Karai for, she's our biggest one. She's like 11 inches. Golly, we've had her for 6 years. Am I saying red-eared turtles? Red-eared sliders. Yeah, they are. Yeah. Yep. It is. Karai is from one of the newest. She's from the, not the newest, but golly, I can't remember when that one came out. But yeah, it was one of the newer animators. She's the daughter of Shredder, I think. I could be wrong. Chris Durham says, I'm lucky. I was too much of a wuss to finish smoking my first cigarette. I tell you, though, being a musician, I know you know this is true, we probably smoked plenty of cigarettes just because. Have your pizza delivery bills gone up yet? They have. Yes, they have. Oh, I don't want to talk to you right now. You're going to have to send me a message. I don't want to talk to work. No good work. No work. Dang it. Excuse me 1 second while I text him. Text me. Man, let's see here. Running a lathe cutting. Oh, yes, we got that already. All right. OBS wormhole. Yeah, it was. They are remaking the Candyman. Yes, they are. Isn't it? What's his name? Jordan Peele. Isn't Jordan Peele doing that one? I think so. I think it's Jordan Peele. Hang on. Okay, there, done with that. Simon Mitchell says, darker please, can still see you. I know, I'm sorry. Here's the thing. I guess it's just the fact that, so Gina S says, you faded out the blue. Yeah, the whatchamacallums, the semi-permanent colors just don't work. I mean, they do, but they don't work for very long. Again, if I run through a damp room or a moist room. Mama Dukes, you've had them for 17 years. Wow. Them suckers can live forever. They're going to outlive. All these turtles are going to outlive me. Let's see here. A 6-foot boa constrictor. That's cool. I bet he is a cuddle monster. Keith Newton says they had 3 box turtles. That's cool. Yeah, I do like bigger sandwiches. That's why I'm a bigger dude. Rob Parks, I don't know what to tell you about that Virginia business. Anyway, yeah. Jordan Peele, more suspense than horror. I don't have a problem with that per se, because if you look at the original Candyman, there was some. Don't get me wrong, there's some horror to it, but there was a lot of build to it. It was almost a slow build, but it had enough scare and horror in it to make it not. But it was really close, really close. Let's see here. Wait, Rodent of Anger, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. I'm not sure there, Chris Durham. Anybody know anything about Carl Edwards? I have no idea. Pantron says, it's my wife Teresa's birthday. Well, happy birthday, Teresa. Hope you have many returns, and I hope you had an awesome day today. Robert Kaslow said, what's up, my globetards? Good to see you. Good to see you. A very merry unbirthday to you all, says Rodent of Anger. Well, all right. So here. I don't know if you guys want to talk about what has been going on in the YouTubes lately. We can talk about anything you want. We'll make this an AMA. Ask me whatever you want. At me, super chats, whatever, however you want to do it. I'll answer any question you ask, and I will do so honestly. Or we can talk about all the goings on of the tubes lately. It's up to you guys. You let me know. I was painting a Gundam model, so you were streaming and decided to put the paint down and watch it. Well, thank you, Water Duelist. Mama Duke says, also have a dog to provide me with unconditional love, but also have a cat to remind me that I don't deserve it. It's all about balance. Cats are interesting. I can't do cats. Not because I don't like them. It's just that I'm allergic. We're really allergic to cats. Like, my wife will go to her mother's house, and she has cats. And when they come home, the wife and the kids come home, it just like triggers my allergies, and I feel, it's not, again, it's not, kids want, I want a cat. I just can't do it. I can't do cats. Can't do it. Robert Caswell says, whoa, come back here. Have you seen the Blue Marble video in the Idiots 3? I have not. I have not seen that one. Send me a link. I'll check it out. What's up, Cajunese? Let's see. Rodent of Anger says, what birthday? Lies spread by my competitors. Fair enough. Robert Caswell says, what did Virgo Triad do? Well, we're just going to jump right into it, I guess. As some of you may be aware, most of you are probably aware, Virgo Triad had a house fire a few months ago. Schrodinger's cat held a fundraiser in order to help get her some funds to get her back on her feet. In order to, like I said, she lost at the time, as it was reported by Virgo Triad and a couple other people in, the initial fire report, which turns out there's only one. But at the time, it was the preliminary fire report that hadn't been signed off, I guess, by the whatever it's called, the chief. I guess he hadn't finished doing his stuff. Anyway, the fire report, house burned. It was a total loss. So on and so forth. So they didn't have a place to live, and they were both in the hospital. Those things were verified. Those were 2 verified facts. This is all we had to go on. So the Schrodinger's cat decided to hold fundraiser. I guess there were 2 of her friends contacted, 2 of Virgo's friends contacted Tina, Marvel Girl. They got together, started a GoFundMe, and then that all, they raised a lot of money to help Virgo try to get back on her feet. Now, fact, there was a fire. Fact, Virgo and her spouse were in the hospital. Not facts. There was no gas explosion. She wasn't blown back. Any kind of feats. They didn't have to cut her house in half. All kinds of Mrs. Schrodinger's cat. Is this a rhetorical question? It turns out after there was a lot of investigation, a lot of embellishment on Virgo Triad's part when it come to her fundraiser, or her not fundraiser, her the reason why she needed the funds. She was telling people that there were like days and days and months in the hospital learning how to talk and walk and all this stuff, and then some people, they kept pushing this fundraiser, and then after I think after 3-4 months, maybe a little more, 5 months maybe, Tina approached the people, Sean, Z, and Kimball's, and said, hey, we need to back down a little bit. We need to pump the brakes on this fundraiser because you guys are, you're like spamming chats about this fundraiser, and we've already raised, it was a ridiculous amount of money for, sorry, I got squirrel. A ridiculous amount of money. She said, hey, we need to pump the brakes on this a little bit, and then they took that, whatever, they all pissed off about that, started, trying to mudslinging Tina, and then other people kind of got wind. Massel Report picked up a couple of bits of information, and they did a real huge deep dive into Virgo Triad, find out about her criminal past, that basically, she's a grifter. She's a con artist. Allegedly, I have to say allegedly con artist. Because I can say she was a paper hanger when it comes to checks. She did, she was convicted of that. She pled out on check hanging. You can get all of the specifics by going to the Massel Report and watching their video. They go through in-depth breakdown all the pieces of evidence that they found out, and it's pretty in-depth. So that's kind of what happened there. It was, yeah. What about hairless cats? They weird me out, man. Hairless cats weird me out, Commander Darklight. It's like just petting a ball sack, and I don't want to do that. Let's see. Oh, Jesus. Hi. Oh, sorry. Pearl Haggard says, who paid the loan? As far as I know, Virgo Triad paid the loan. I don't know anything about that on the back end. I don't know how that was put together. I didn't ask Schrodinger's cat. He's been dealing with some other issues that I won't talk about because it's not mine to talk about. So I didn't say, hey, as far as I know, she got pissed off at Schrodinger's cat because he wouldn't go out and back her when she knew that this stuff was coming out. She was trying to continue the grift. Hi, how you doing? Sorry, it's my puppy dog. But she got pissed off, paid him the loan, and then blocked him and blocked Tina. So I really don't have the answer to that one. Hey, Alana says, I am also allergic to cats. Can't live without my cat. He's 20 years old now. I take allergy meds to help, but more than worth it. I'm on a regimen of allergy medicine, but it just, I don't know, for some reason, it's just not good enough. And I can't take the stuff that I used to. I can't take Claritin because it gives me a sore throat, and it just doesn't do it all. Mecha229 says, hello, all. Good to see you. Virgo Triad has another YouTube channel. I have not seen it. I have not seen this one. Brendan Riley says, I have both, but dogs have owners, cats have staff. That's true. That is true. Let's see here. So she didn't pull the James Bond on No Time to Die. No. Two Bitches in the Box Truck says, at the plot hole, you thought about a show pointing out mistakes in movies like the Friday the 13th series. That would be kind of fun. Pointing out the plot holes in film. I know what you did there. Yeah, that would be actually kind of fun. TLDR, she embellished a lot of the fire story. Yeah, after it started to kind of slow down the donations, then that's when a lot of the stuff started to come out. Oh well, we need to donate more money because of this and because of that. And there was a lot of things going on there. So yeah. Pantron says, cats just know they're cool. Yeah. Randy Nicole says, because of her, I'll never send my hard-earned money to anyone on YouTube. It's sad, too. Here's the thing. That's, that's totally, completely 100% up to the individual. I will never... I will never hold it against anyone who says, I just can't do it anymore because of things like that. I completely understand. I know it's bright. It's a bright light, huh? That was a bright light, too. Pretty face. You want to say hi to everybody? Come here, hang on a second. Come here. Oh, gosh. Oh, you're getting so big. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. No? No more? That's all you wanted to say was hi?
Good night.
Oh, good night.
I'm gonna have my nighttime snack.
Nighttime snack, and then...
I need a bowl because I'm gonna eat cereal.
Okay. She also had an interesting story about her daughter being killed in an accident. She's alive. I don't know anything about that one. I have not heard her say those stories. I've heard people, this is the first I've heard of this, but I heard there was something going on with her family. So I don't doubt it. None of that. It doesn't surprise me. Define a ridiculous amount of money. Did Virgo Triad receive all of that money? From what I understand, I think about 35 to 45,000. Give or take, and that's a rough estimate. So yeah, it was a ridiculous. It's life-changing money. Yes. You need a bowl. I'm working, baby. What you doing? You gonna have Link get you a bowl? I don't know if you can get up there. Give me 1 second. I have to get a bowl. Daddy duties. Be right back. Right back. All right. Sorry about that. Had to be a dad for a minute. Let's bring this. There we go. So, yeah. I don't know who paid the loan. I don't know Pearl Haggard. I have no idea. As far as I know, Virgo Triad paid the loan. Has the history, Mr. Anderson says, yeah. How about squirrels? Squirrels are awesome. I like squirrels. They also have copies of all the paperwork. Yeah, they do. And it's available. So you can get it from the Masswell. I think they have the Dropbox link in that video. So, yep. I would like a lot of things 3D printed. I work for a bank, and now it takes very intentional action to kite checks. Yeah, this wasn't. This was clearly check kiting, absolutely paper hanging. It was not. Yeah. The paragraph. Yeah, she lied about everything, pretty much. Is he looking for a new producer, Miss Schrodinger's cat? As far as I know, no, he's not looking for a new producer at all. I don't know why he would. She has paid back the loan in full. Yes, I heard that. I did. Again, that's none of my business. That's between Schrodinger and Virgo Triad. Yeah, you're right, Mr. Andrat. So that's the funny thing. It's one of the funny things I learned about cats. Is it because they lick their fur, their saliva gets dried on their skin, and then when they scratch, it goes into the air. Then we breathe it, which re-wets that saliva, which is apparently what we're allergic to because of all the stuff that it carries. It's kind of weird. I'm allergic to the cat box. I don't like that smell. I can't stand it. Man, can't stand it. Mama Duke says, I can never bring myself to subscribe to Virgo or get through one of her videos. She just didn't sit well with me. Her type of content wasn't my favorite. I had like I said, I've seen a few of her videos, and, I'd heard that she, liked to expose sovereign citizens and Moorish people and whatnot. And, was like, all right, cool. That's, do your thing. I was allergic to cats, but after living with him, my symptoms went away, says OG Goblin. That's cool. See, my cat thinks he's a dog, wags his tail when he's happy, and follows me around the house. I've heard of some cats that are like that. I've never had one. It'd be kind of cool, though. Fun trivia. I heard that black cats are unlucky here in the U.S., but white cats are considered unlucky over in Europe. See, it's just ways we're different. My cat thinks I exist to feed her. Probably she looks at human. Feed me. Human. Let's see here. Did I see the TYT report on the guy who ran down the river of a car after the driver let the guys drive in and shot him? No, I did not see that one. My goodness. Beverly Proudfoot says so. She paid Schrodinger's cat with again, that I have no idea. I mean, it's a safe assumption to make that she used the money that was going through the fundraiser. She used it for a variety of things. So I mean, it's a safe assumption to make. Absolutely. Just got here in time for the cute kid, says the freaking Pope. I'm way behind. My goodness. Let me see here. Let me go see if I can. Someone said she is sleepy. She is very sleepy. I did say 45,000, Robert. I did. Between 35 and 45. So we don't really know the total number. I think the GoFundMe was up to 35. I think. Was it 25, Little Dickens? Yeah. Pearl Hacker says, wow, seriously, I would love to hear Virgo's side of the story. Well, she's not telling anybody her side of the story. She says that the only thing that she has said is that the people that the Massel report, or the person that the Massel report has reported as her, is not her. That it's, that is what it is. Has anyone had success with asking for refunds from GoFundMe? I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know if people are going. So here's the thing about this one here. Because the GoFundMe was set up to help replace fire damages, and there was a fire, technically, officially, whateverly, there was a legitimate, non-fraudulent fundraiser in the eyes of, GoFundMe and all that stuff. But that's weird. I don't know. That's weird. Big picture, it's not that much. You're right. I mean, but here's the thing: if somebody handed me 25, there's a lot I could do right. I mean, $25,000, $35,000. And again, I'm not for certain because there were super chats that weren't connected to that. There was other. I don't remember the paper trail or the money trail, so it was a lot of money, and like I said, it's one of those deals. It is a life-changing amount of money. And here's the thing. Had Virgo Triad simply said, "Hey, look, I had a fire, lost my house. They not going to be able to live there anymore because it's condemned because of the fire," which again is true. And we had some hospital bills and left it at that. And I don't think anybody here would have had a problem saying, here's a couple of bucks here and there to help get yourself back on your feet, back in a place to live, take care of some of the bills that are coming through. You got $5,000 from the insurance to help with, or I forget what it was. I think it was $5,000 insurance policy. I can't remember. I think $5,000 for the insurance, and then here's the rest to kind of help get you back on your feet, find your place to live, and get you replace some of your things. Perfectly fine, perfectly acceptable. I think everybody would have been okay with that. New subscriber, thank you very much. But it was the constant over embellishing and all. At first it was we had a fire, we couldn't get out. Then there was a fire, ball lightning, lit a gas line, blew me back 15, 30 feet. Like, good Lord, my goodness. So Mark Stern says I was accused of stealing via GoFundMe too. Well, if that was because of the Hovind stuff, then yeah. She used GoFundMe like her own little ATM, and that's the problem. It's a grift. There's a problem there because it's a grift, or because she has grifted in the past, and you know a lot of people couldn't afford. A lot of people can't afford their bills, and that's kind of the point I was kind of circling back to. You really got to be, careful with your finances. You don't need me telling you this, but there are a lot of people who say, well, I donated more than I could give, or more than I should have given. You shouldn't do that. You know what I mean? I do everything I can to help when I can, but if it's out of my ability to pay, then I'm sorry. I have to take care of my house first, and that might seem a little, I don't know if that seems assholeish or not. I've got 4 kids I got to take care of, so I think that's kind of the way it goes. So really, 3D printing houses, that would be interesting. That would be I would love to see something like that. Maybe like a mini house. That'd be cool. Archangel for the truth. It's funny because it's probably true, but it says Virgo tries accepting donations to recover from getting exposed. How would you explain Virgo paying AMG's salary lately? Oh, so I was there for that, and I think what he meant was because Virgo paid Schrodinger back the loan, he was using that loan money to pay Tina. I don't want to speak for. I don't want to speak for. I don't want to speak for Schrodinger. So, but that's kind of what I heard on there. Yeah, he was making a joke. Yeah. Let's see here. But assuming she's the type of person we're thinking she is, she'll burn through it with no. Yeah, and that's the problem. That's the problem, right? When you look at the things that she did, you look at the things that she was caught for when it comes to that paper hanging thing. She was buying televisions and laptops, and yeah, there was some food and whatnot here and there, but there were things that were out of. It's one thing. You got a single mother who's got kids to feed, and between jobs, I got to do this because if I don't, we're not going to have any food. I can understand that, right? I can understand that, right? Here's my check for $150 so I can buy a week's worth or 2 weeks worth of food to feed, and hopefully I'll be able to take care. I can understand that, right? That is acceptable. I mean, I don't know if it's acceptable, but it's understandable. But it's when it's I need to buy laptops and TVs and this and that and then blah blah, all this stuff. I'm like, come on, man. Let's see here. AMG is not covering the loan, which she asks. What? I don't know. I'm gonna leave that one alone because again, that's not. Simon H says, I was duped. I lost some money. I lost what I thought was a friend. I feel betrayed. I feel foolish, but I take no pleasure in watching her go down. But that's just me, I guess. And here's the thing, Simon H. And I've had a few people make the similar comments about they feel foolish. It's not foolish to believe to believe in people, to believe in someone who, up until recently, there was no real reason to believe that she was a bad person. That's what good con artists. That's what con artists are good at. They're really good at, hiding their previous history, and they're really good at putting on a facade that is believable. It's tough to do. It's really difficult. And you got to tell. Well, I mean, you could just be like, you can stand over there. I'm not going to believe anything you say until you show me 100% proof. And that's, kind of where we're getting to. But, Little Dickens says only 23 in the GoFundMe. It was a lot of money. Let's see here. Hey, Fish Like a Girl. Good to see you.
What are you doing?
Mark Stoney, Kent Hovind and Ernie Land accused me of stealing from God via GoFundMe. Mark, I do need to talk to you about some stuff that I haven't finished my investigation into that stuff, so I would like to talk to you about that. Little Dickens says 35K won't go far to replacing all of your household items, clothes, etc. Yeah, that's true. That's true, but still, I mean, it's a solid amount of money. Let's see here. I have a dog that thinks she's a cat. Will sit there and look everywhere but at me. Yeah. I mean, look, man, it's such a terrible thing to say, because there are people who legitimately need some help here and there. This whole thing really just puts a damper on people's willingness to, to be charitable, and it's unfortunate that these types of scams stop people from, like the next time people who are affected by this scam, they're going to go to, we'll have the Salvation Army people ringing bells here soon. And the people normally would put in, 50, 60 cents, and that's what they're going to think about. Oh, I got rooked. That's kind of shitty. You know what I mean? 35K would certainly change my life. Yeah, like I said, 35,000 for me would take care of a lot of things. A lot of things. Little Dickens says, I know that if my house burned and I took the 80% payout on contents allowed from my estate, I would have 20. Yeah. Here's the thing. She was renting, so it wasn't her house per se. I mean, that wasn't her house. It was the owner's house. So the only insurance she had was for the contents. Yeah. So that's kind of where that went. Rob Parks 4. Where'd it go? Hey, Zach Hooper. Good to see you. Yeah, only give as much as you can live without. Yep. Robert Caswell says 4 kids, be the asshole. That's a lot to support. It really is. I'll leave that up for just a minute. Yeah. Fish Like a Girl says, at the plot hole, you're one of 2 creators I've donated to. That's it. Well, like I said, by the way, on that note, I know I've been running that Pink Fund donation business. I'm about, I think tomorrow, because I'm waiting for my patron stuff to clear. Once my patron stuff clears, I'll put that into the PayPal as well. And then I've got a couple of people that are going to come do an audit of this to make sure that everything is on the up and up, because that's how it should be done. And then I think that's going to happen Friday. I want to say Friday. I'm still working with everybody to make sure that it works with their schedules. And then the Friday stream, we'll do we'll donate to the Pink Fund. I'll go to the actual link and say, boom, from the plot hole, and all you guys who've donated. So, where did it go? I missed something. No, don't tell me I missed it. Oh, there it is. Rob Parks for 5 says, for a subject changed, what is next in Plot Hole Productions after the documentary? Well, thank you for that $5, by the way. I've got a few things coming up. I've got another documentary that I'm working with a few people on. This one, that was an early productions. Tones the Greek says, the word audit now triggers me. I can understand why, but this is a legitimate audit, not a First Amendment audit. Hey, Sally. You had linked to St. Jude's? No, I don't think I did the St. Jude's. I've never done St. Jude's. I've done, we did the Trevor Fund with the Beardsman, and I have the receipts for that. And then that was like a year and a half, almost 2 years ago. So we did that one, and then we're doing the, this Pink Fund. This is the only 2 that I've done. Simon Mitchell says, at the plot hole for a small fee, I can make sure you get proper receipts for all the Pink Fund donation monies. I'll even break out the crayons. No, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, and we're gonna make it nice. We're gonna make it awesome. Involve all you guys here. So anyway, the projects I've got coming out, I've got a project documentary that's going to be on the LGBTQ plus community. That one's in early production. I'm still, trying to wrap my head around the scope of this one here. I'm not sure if that's going to be a full length, if that's going to be another short documentary. I'm not sure. I know there's going to be a trip to New York involved. So there's going to be a lot of, that's planning and whatnot. I'm going to look for some money backing on some producer ends outside. Of course, that's where the majority of like super chats and patrons and memberships and all that stuff, all the money that I make from this kind of goes into it does go into that production, those productions. So it was a direct link at the end. I've never done St. Jude's. Direct links. Like I said, I've got in the, I may have mentioned it. I don't think I've ever really advocated for it, but absolutely, most definitely, St. Jude's is amazing. I think they're it's one of the best cancer centers out there, especially for families who can't afford treatment. Absolutely, one place that if I could set up a rolling donation, I would do it all day long because I think they're amazing. I think what they do is great. Because all the money goes to help pay those kids, for those kids' treatments and whatnot, all of it. They pay their staff with it. They pay. There's not like, oh well, I'm the administrator, so I'm gonna, no, not at all. You need a space dog from St. Jude? That would be pretty cool. Hey, Score, good to see you. Slow Stank could have been Kick. Yeah, Shriners Hospital is another one that was really cool too. Kick did St. Jude? Yeah, okay, yeah, that sounds I can understand why you would get us confused. But yeah, so the topic on that is going to be how the 60s, 70s, and 80s, kind of how that whole societal look on what it was to be gay, how it was super oppressed, that there were a lot of people that were forced to live a heteronormal lifestyle that drove a lot of these members of the LGBTQ plus community into like underground clubs, underground sex clubs, and drugs, and there was a lot of influence and how that has affected society going forward, not just in the LGBTQ plus communities, but there's a lot of those people that their parents were involved, well, one of their parents was involved because, again, having to live a heteronormal lifestyle, you see how that drug abuse has affected their relationships with their parents, with the person their father or their mother, whoever it was that was into the underground stuff. So yeah, that's the thing. I'm trying to wrap my head around that whole scope. I'm trying to set up. Like I said, I'm really trying to get into, really trying to get my head around all that. It just like pull the scope, try to make it as focused a scope as possible on that. It can be kind of difficult. Let's see here. Archangel says, pray for OPT lawyer. If you believe in prayer, if you believe in good thoughts, whatever, yeah, you could use them right now. That's right. Fuck cancer. That's right. But, and then after, I'd say in between there, I've actually have a narrative piece. I got a narrative piece that I've got in pre-production. I think we're going to start pre-production on that with Eugene soon. I need to talk to him about it, find out. He's got a few projects. He's about to start ramping down a little bit for the holiday season. Usually that's kind of a slower season, especially for independent filmmaking. A lot of people want to go visit, family and whatnot. So, understand. Great time to start pre-production and all that stuff. Just because, again, it gets you the time to sit down individually with your producers and whatnot and kind of just go over budgets and scripts and all that stuff. So, that's all I want. Fish like a girl. Come back here. Interesting. At the plot hole, I worked with a guy that was gay on the DL and watched him wither away from AIDS. It was the 90s. Yeah, absolutely. So that's part of it too, right? The things we want to talk about. I want to go down to the village. I want to go down and check out some places. You know what I mean? Check out some of these other places and interview some of the people that were intricately, that were big in that scene, especially in the 70s and 80s. Really kind of dive into it. Let's see here. My uncle was transgender, male to female. During that time, I couldn't handle the pressure and turned to drugs and ultimately suicide. Yeah, and that's the thing, that suicide rate. Yeah. Oh, jeez. We did hear about OPT, and he was moved into hospice today. Well, yeah. Syrian says, and I'm off to elsewhere. Have fun, people. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Yeah, once you realize that Shriner are high-level Masons, it kind of takes that Masons are a bad thing narrative and kills it. Yeah, my brother-in-law was a Mason. Both an actual, stone Mason. He did whatchamacallit, tile and brick and whatnot. And then he actually joined the Masons. Steamy Cup of Reason says, are you planning anything for Movember? Something I can promote on my shirt? Yeah, I'm going to find a couple of direct links. I'm not going to do a pooled link. I'm not going to do that anymore, simply because it's, I'd rather just send direct links. Here's a spot to go directly. If you want this place for prostate cancer, or that place for testicular cancer, or this place for that cancer, whatever. That's all I'm going to do from now on. Simply because I don't want that, I don't want to have to sit there and say, whatever, I don't want to try and fucking, I don't want to have to sit there and have to defend it every single time I want to do some, something that's philanthropic. I don't want to have to do that. I think it's kind of a shitty position we've been put in, but people have put us in this position. It is where we are, so we just deal with it that way. Fish Like a Girl says, thank you for your interaction with us at the plot hole. Yeah, well, here's the thing. You guys come out here and you're here to shoot the shit. That's what we're doing. I mean, if it weren't for you guys. Whoa, what the hell happened here? Boom, there we go. Sorry, guys. Keith Newton says, no more drama. That's true. No more drama. Yeah, no more drama. But, so that's what I got going on. I got a couple of projects in the works. And then we are still working with the ITN. That's with Weekend Horror. Miss Mandy says, I can't sleep, so I'm back. Well, good to see you here. Yeah. Well, that's too bad. OPT was a good dude. I didn't know him really well, but anytime that I had any kind of legal questions or, whatever, if I just, hey, what's up, buddy? Whatever, it didn't matter. I could just send him an email and he would always respond, regardless of whatever he was doing. Even later on, or even recently before this last thing here. So yeah, at Keith Newton, I agree. I step away from drama and gain some new trolls. Yeah, trolls. Trolls are everywhere. That's fine. Trolls in the dungeon. Yeah, Josh, he's only 33. God damn. That shit. That sucks. No, Miss Mandy, as far as I know, and again, I just found out that he was moved to hospice, so, No, OPT did not pass. He was moved to hospice, which, it's just a matter of time now. Let's see here. Hey, Tony Regime, good to see you. Mr. Schrodinger Cat says, are you going to do a memoir for your interesting life of music, family, and journalism? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know if anybody would read it, though. I don't know if it'd be a bestseller. Like 5 pages long, I think. Oh, so yeah. Yeah, OPT is a good dude. He really is. And, you know, it sucks, man. It sucks. Simon Mitchell says, I'm off to bed. It's been coming up at 2 a.m. for me. Now it will be with a sad face. I'm sorry, Simon. I hate to be the one to the bearer of bad news, so to speak. But, you know. Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to speak about OPT in the past tense. I just meant that when I had sent him emails in the past, he was quick to respond. And even, yeah. Mr. Shorting Cat said I would read it. Well, I've considered putting a few things together just to see what would happen, but we'll see. I've got so many started novels and whatnot. It's so bad. I need to pick one and sit down and finish it. That would be a good thing to do. But yeah, so I've got a narrative piece coming that's going to focus on. I've got some characters that I've been writing. I've been writing this one particular character for about 15 years now, maybe 16 years, and I have a bunch of short stories that are put together. Oh, Mrs. Cat, no, you're good. You're good. That's the information we all need to know. It really is, because he's like I said, he was a good dude, and a lot of people like to get those updates. Brendan Riley says, Johnny O, do your kids like the same music you do? They do. My middle daughter loves In Flames. She loves In Flames. Don't tell her, but I got her a In Flames Christmas gift. It'll be here soon, I think. It'll be here soon. I hope it'll be here soon. But yeah, they do listen to them same music. They listen to the music they like as well. But well. Have you ever released a CD? I would buy it. I have. I've actually released 2. I have 1, and if you want a copy, I've got to get them sent out. I'm so sorry, Mr. Shortinger's Cat. I have not sent it out yet because I have been so stupid busy with work. We got a new territory manager, so he has been all, trying to get entrenched in, and I'm still relatively new in role, so I'm trying to get everything, it's just like, yeah, I will get it out to you. I promise. You like writing about history or Middle Earth type stuff? I do more, not middle. I don't do a whole lot of fantasy. I've done one fantasy story, and wasn't my cup. I do more like crime and just some horror stuff. I've got some science fiction. I've got one science fiction piece that I would like to see. It was supposed to have been published in a I forget what it's called. Begins with an A. I can't remember the thing. This is what happens when you don't sleep. But it was supposed to be published years ago, and it never came out. But I would like to get that one put out. A few people have read it. I think it's pretty good. Actually, there was a story that I wrote for my world history. There goes some barking. There they go. For my world history course in college, and it was world history, but it was focusing on science fiction, which was really cool. It's a really cool thing to study in literature. Not world history, world literature. Really cool thing to study science fiction. And one of the assignments, this assignment was given at the very beginning, was to write your own short story science fiction piece. And the best, as voted on by your peers, if you won, you got you got an A for the semester without, that's all you had to do was write the winning. I even looked at the professor and said, so I don't need to do anything else. Thor Rasmussen says, always late to the start. Have to see that later. He's been a member for 10 months. My goodness. Thank you, Thor. It was awesome. So yeah, I need to put that out there. But again, it won because I knew it would, because I'm arrogant like that. But no, it was voted on by my peers. So I wrote it. And you write them and you submit them out, and everybody reads them and they vote whichever one they think is the best. So it won, and I got an A in the course. But yeah, anybody wants to read that, let me know. I'll think about putting that together. I need to. I think it's cool. I think it's good. Tones. You can always write a novel taking place on flat Earth ruled by the Empire of Morocco that use the Articles of Confederation, and your main character is a photographer being hunted by postmen. That would be, yeah. Oh, jeez. What's my take on Bob Lazar on UFO? I don't know. I haven't really looked into that a whole lot. I feel bad because there's a lot of things going on that I just haven't kept up with. More of an old school alternative rock guy. I like some of the alternative rock stuff. I did the Cranberries. I love the Cranberries. Great. I still listen to this day. Of course, all that stuff from the 90s was good. Insidious Viz, what's good? Good to see you. Oh, Mama Tega's Madness is standing here and somehow still texting or sending in chats. Hi, love. Hi, gorgeous.
Link just peed in our bed.
Oh, Link peed in the bed. That's great.
And then hit under the bed.
And then hit under the bed?
Mm-hmm.
Silly dog.
Yeah, I don't think he meant to.
Now you got too excited?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Digging.
Yeah, and then yeah. More of a car guy. Listen to music when driving, working cars. Slow staying. Yeah, I love cars too. I've always wanted a late 70s. No, not late 70s. My goodness. An early 70s, late 60s, early 70s Chevelle. Maybe introduce your pups in the future. I've had Link's been on before. Let me see if I can get him over here. He's been on before every now and again. Beaver won't jump up in my lap because he just doesn't feel comfortable jumping up. He'll jump up here, but not actually jump up. Science fiction, not anti-science. That's true. I need to work that one back up again. I think it's a good short story. I let PhD Tony read it to give me some pointers scientifically, if it at least was plausible. He said it was, but there's some things that I could work on to make the science a little more believable. But that's coming from an actual scientist, so maybe I can get away with it. Anyway, I thought it was fun. At the Plot Hole, it would have to be an audiobook read by you for me. Not much time for me to sit down and read. Yeah, I kind of got to a point. I used to read all the time. I would read. Now I don't have much time for it. It sucks because I really enjoy it. Always been a gearhead. Yeah, there have been some times where I've had the opportunities to buy the car that I want and then start working on them. I'm not much of a. I don't have a whole lot of experience working on cars. There's some things I can fix, some things I can't. But it'd be kind of cool. Fish Like a Girl says, hey, at the Plot Hole, I did an assignment for CNN, and it was picked up by Dr. Sanjay Gupta on a live broadcast. That is pretty cool. Actually. Insidious Fist says, Johnny, recommend us a movie. What you watch lately? That's interesting. I don't know. Let's see. The last one I recommended was, what was it? What did I recommend last? I can't remember. I can't remember. I don't have it in hardcover, unfortunately. Mrs. Schrodinger's Cat. It's a short story. I'll email it to you, or I'll put it on Dropbox so that people read it if they want to read it. But yeah, I can email it to you. Let you read it. What was the last movie I recommended? Mrs. Cat. What did I tell you should watch? I told you it was a. What was it? Oh, gosh, I can see it. I just can't think of it. What was it called? God, it's there. It's the tip of the brain. I can see the movie. I can see the scenes in the movie that were really good. I just cannot. Mark Stoney says Hamburger Hill. Slow Staying. Super Troopers. What was the name of that damn movie? Gosh, I gotta look it up. What was the name of that movie? It Follows. It Follows. Yeah, there it is. It Follows. That's one I recommended. That's a really good one. My Cousin Vinny. That's another good one. If you haven't seen My Cousin Vinny, that would, I mean, it's Joe Pesci and Marissa Tomei at their best. My goodness. You want to laugh. It's a really good movie. Really good movie. It's funny, my brothers are all car guys, and I'm into aviation, says Brian Powell. That's cool. That's cool. I wish I could fly. I get to... Ooh. Gina S., good night. Good night. You're not a... says... Oh, wait, I'm not a lady. Anyway, sleep. Reefer Madness, that's kind of funny. That's a good one, too. Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke is another good one. I got to the point I could finally rebuild a Datsun L20B in a weekend if the shop got the head plan. You know, that's cool. I didn't know Glenn Serio had a movie. Okay, so the most... Aaron Reese, yeah, that was the best part about it, right? There's not a whole lot of killing in it. I think there's only 2 kills to be exact. One happens at the very beginning and one happens in later on. But it really is a good movie. The whole thing, the whole atmosphere of the film, all that stuff. It's just the way it's a slow burn. The conversation, so good. Love that. It was such a good movie. Such a good movie. What are people's thoughts on Squid Game? So I binge watched Squid Game for this panel that was supposed to have been on with Team Skeptic last week, on Saturday. I think we're going to do it this Saturday. Had I not agreed to do this panel, I would not have gotten past the first episode. I looked at, there's a lot of people that were talking about it. Squid Game. It's so good. It's so good. I said, all right, let me check it out. So I went to go watch it. And I sat down to watch, again, the first episode. And 20 minutes in, I turned it off. It was just like, I'm done. This is boring. It's way too much. And I get it's 9 hours, right? So the 9 episodes, hour long each on average. 9 hours long. And it did not grab my attention. I am such, I don't know what it is. I don't know. Maybe it's whatever. Maybe it's the whole squirrels. But I couldn't. If you expect me to invest 9 hours into your show or a movie or whatever, it needs to. You better grab me pretty quick, and you better make it a good hook to get me in, because I'm thinking, man, I'm going to spend 9 hours on this. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time, and this is just boring. I'm ready for Stranger Things season 4, says Mr. Schrodinger's cat. Yeah, I mean that's supposed to come out next year, I think. Next summer, I want to say. Princess Bride, says Beaver C. Randy Nicole, Princess Bride is the best, along with Robin Hood Men in Tights. Love those movies. Those are great films. We're men in tights. Oh, man. Those are good stuff. Always good stuff. But the most recent film that I watched was Halloween Kills, and I gotta say, not for me. It is not for me. Halloween Kills was not for me. I actually had a discussion about this with some coworkers today. We were talking about continuity and believability, right? So the thing about horror films specifically, any movie really, there has to be a bit of suspension of disbelief. But with horror films, there has to be a pretty sizable suspension of disbelief, because you got to think about it. We all know that, ghosts and goblins don't exist. We know this, right? We know that supernatural things are just whatever. Good night, Jocelyn. Good night. We know that these things don't exist. So when we go watch a ghost and goblin we suspend our disbelief. Now, the problem with suspension of disbelief, here's where suspending disbelief and then just being absurd. I can suspend disbelief so long as everything else, everything within the world that the film is making, right? Within the whatever, however they're constructing the world, however they're building the world, as long as it makes sense, I can suspend disbelief for that film. But once I suspend disbelief, get into the world that you're building, and then things inside of that world just don't work, then the suspension of disbelief is no good anymore. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Sorry, because if it's silly inside of your movie, it's silly. It's just stupid, right? So looking at Halloween Kills, and I don't want to give Judy, you got this. Good to see you. Says, wait, what? Goblins and nasty leprechauns don't exist? Well, no. I mean, goblins do exist. Trolls exist. Just look at Glen Serio. But the problem I have with Halloween Kills is they took the original. Danny McBride says, all right, we're going to take the original Halloween, the very first 1978 Halloween. That's the only one we're going to look at, right? We're going to look at that one and that one only. Everything else after that is going to be made into folklore. We're getting rid of the Laurie Strode, Michael Myers being brother and sister connection. That's gone. We're getting rid of all that stuff. So everything else, everything after that 2 through on, that's go on. So, which is fine, right? But the thing with that is, if you go with that, Slow Stang says, may peace be upon you. The wife is telling me it's bedtime. Good night. Thank you for coming out. I appreciate you hanging out. But if you take a look at that world, if you take a look at that, so everything is... Sorry. Everything after episode 2, the second one, doesn't exist. So the first one, Michael Myers was, they show that instead of Dr. Loomis shooting Michael Myers, this is in Halloween Kills, or Halloween series, they show that Loomis was, that he didn't actually shoot Michael Myers. He was arrested, went to prison, went away for the longest time. And now we're talking 40, 50 years later. Longer than that. My goodness. So from 50 years later. 50 years later, that town of Haddonsville hadn't had any problems with that. I can understand like Laurie Strode having PTSD from that, right? I can understand some of the other people having PTSD. A couple of the characters that were there. Good night, Little Dickens. Good to see you. A lot of those people, having some, well, not a lot, but there's some specific people that were involved in that original film having PTSD and dealing with that stuff. I get that, right? But there are a lot of younger folks in that film that weren't there. Nothing to do with it, right? No Michael Myers whatsoever. He was maybe something they heard about, maybe the boogeyman they heard about, but especially the farther along it got, or the farther away it got from that, you know what I mean? They were like, okay, whatever, it's just whatever. So fast forward to Michael Myers getting out of prison, and then the whole Laurie Strode thing happening, right? With Halloween, the remake, the 2018 Halloween. That's one night. One night comes out, big fight, blah, 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 fire. Nobody in town heard about this. Nobody. So we pick up Halloween Kills. Halloween Kills is the same night. It's that same Halloween night, right? Nobody there was like a brief news blurb that showed up about this house fire, and then a brief news blurb about Michael Myers escaping. That was it. So from the end of the 1978 film until now, until the 2018, there was no Michael Myers. There was no big bad boogeyman. There was one bad night, which horrible night. And then we get into this new film, and all of a sudden we're in Halloween Kills. We hear there's a fire, and that maybe, Michael Myers was escaped and in Haddonsville again, right? Maybe. And all of a sudden these people, most of whom never dealt with Michael Myers, all of a sudden, because of the influence of a handful of people, get into this kill frenzy. I said good night, Jocelyn. Good night, Jocelyn. Get into this kill frenzy. The whole town. This whole town gets into mob mentality to go hunt down Michael Myers. That makes no sense. Makes no sense whatsoever. Put yourself in that position. You'd never heard of Michael Myers before that night. That's true, right? So he did commit his first murder as a kid. Yeah, that's true. Technically, two bad nights. That's true. Tones, true. But 50 years in between these incidents, and all of a sudden we're able to rile everybody up into a kill frenzy? I don't think so. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Think about it this way. Think about where you are right now. All of a sudden, you hear about, hey, there was a mass murderer 50 years ago. He might be escaped. Let's go out and hunt him down and kill him. How many people are going to do that? Not many. I mean, there are going to be some for sure. There are going to be some that are going to do it, but an entire town? No. This is so stupid. Here's one. Let's see if we can get. I don't know if we're going to be able to get. He might come over here and say hi. You can come say hi? Come say hi? People want to see you. No? Okay. He doesn't want to say hi. Mark Stoney, got to go. Been fun. Thank you for coming by. Yeah, I will. I will send you an email. I'll send you an email. Michael is in surprisingly good shape for pushing 60. Yeah, pushing 60, possibly even 70. Because you got to think about it. He was, let's see, Laurie Strode was 16 when he, 16, 17, maybe no, 17, 18 when he came back from his first stay. So he was he had to have been in his late teens at the oldest. Probably early 20s when he came back the first time in 78. So fast forward 50 years, he's pushing 70. And he's able to survive a burning house because of some magical room that, I don't know. Magical room. Magic. Gets out, and after this fire that's engulfed the entire house, and he's down in the basement. Now, I'm not like a fire aficionado, but I'm pretty sure that, it would burn the oxygen up, right? Maybe there would be a pocket that he would survive in, but I don't think so. Would have his face burned, and it's just so stupid. It's stupid. Are firefighters going to enter into a house that is fully engulfed, or are they going to try and put the fire out as much as they can before going in? I don't know. I don't know. Yes, Robert Casal, you're absolutely true. Yeah, it was in the first one. Michael Andrews says Michael became bulletproof in one film and learned to drive as well. How did he learn how to drive in 1978 when he went from being a 10-year-old kid, 8 to 10-year-old kid, straight to the loony bin? I'm sorry, the mental hospital. Dr. Loomis taking him out on his 16th birthday, giving him his fucking driving lessons? I don't think so. So yeah, I just, come on now. Why fight Mikey as a firefighter? The opening scene still shows the Haddonfield Fire Department and PD are the dumbest departments in the Northern Hemisphere. Absolutely. My goodness. Here comes a guy out of a freaking house fire carrying a pitchfork, and he's murdering I don't know. Didn't he fall on some farm equipment too? One of the movies he did. It's just, like I said, it's just... Maybe, we didn't think about that, the freaking Pope says, maybe the white Shatner mask has a hidden oxygen supply. Okay, there you go. It didn't. I just, like I said, it was so bad. Only if they can save a life at the plot hole. What do you mean? Oh, yeah, right. So, yeah, that's the only time you're going to go bursting. If you don't think there's anybody alive in there, you're not going to go bursting in there. If they come out and everybody says, no, there's nobody in there, you're going to try and put it out. It's going to burn down. So them even entering into the house at the time they didn't make sense. It was just stupid. He did a lot of Jack LaLanne tapes. Oh, man, that guy was a fitness monster, so maybe that's what happened. I was on a fire team. We will never go in to save stuff or a pet. Yeah, it's just a human. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't get it. Psychotics have strength like they're on meth. Maybe, but it's just weird. I don't know. At the plot hole, watch Screen Rant's video on Halloween kills. You will absolutely love it. I'll check it out. I live in Arizona, and somehow the driving thing doesn't ring any bells for me. Yeah. See, I'm not okay. Look, I don't have a problem with him ignoring the pain either. But if he's human, he's going to bleed out. He got stabbed, shot, all kinds of craziness, and then he just, I'm fine, no big deal. No, doesn't work that way. Yeah, right, exactly, DK. It's going to be a surround and drown, right? They're not going to fully engulfed unless they know that there's a human alive in there. They're not going in, and usually on a fully engulfed, I just don't see them going in. Don't see it at all. That's true. That's true. Maybe Michael's being played by Stephen Lang at his age. He's fighting aliens and killing people while blind. They go in looking for victims. Yeah, but it's only if they have reason to believe that there are victims, right? I don't think they had a reason to believe there were any victims in that. Because I don't think anybody said, hey, there's a guy alive in there. No, I think they already had I don't think they had any reason, yeah. Mr. Andrat, you are correct. So many plot holes. I haven't even seen Venom 1. I'm not a huge Venom fan. But Judy, you got this. It wasn't Michael versus Freddy. It was Freddy versus Jason. And that was terrible. God, it was bad. Awful, awful movie. Yeah, so he was decapitated in H2O. But when they put out Resurrection, they retconned that it wasn't Michael Myers. It was Michael Myers took his mask off and put it on somebody else. So stupid. Yeah, many people have been shot multiple times and lived to see rappers. No, I get it. I understand, but I don't want to give too much away for people who haven't seen it. But it just doesn't make sense. But those people who got shot that many times got medical attention. They didn't get up to go fight 50 fucking people. It just, like I said, doesn't make sense. Most houses' roofs will collapse in the time it takes the average fire team to arrive at a fire now with modern building techniques. Well, that's kind of shitty. Why did the girls go hitchhiking at the end of Halloween? Why? Because they needed fodder to kill, Next week, we need to talk about a drama or a comedy movie. I like reviews. Pick a movie, I'll watch it, and we'll review it. Absolutely. Yeah, there were victims as soon as they stepped inside. Yeah, exactly. The Shatner mask having powers makes sense. He obtained Captain Kirk's unstoppable ego. Even to this day. Even to this day. At the plot hole. Wait, come back here. Moors are frustrating. They're fun to make fun of. Sob-sets, Moors, all of them. They're stupid. All of them. Yes, Judy, you got this. That was my favorite commercials. Why can't we get into the running car? It's so great. Yeah. Accurately describes a lot of horror plot lines. You have to open the cup before. I make that all the time. All the time. At the plot hole, roof trusses are not nailed anymore. They use those glue press plates. As they heat up, the glue softens, the roof beams fall apart. I think in Texas, we still have to use. I think it's still nailed. I think it's code here. You're not even allowed to use deck screws. The only thing you use deck screws on is a deck. But if a film doesn't get the setting right, I can't enjoy it. Lady in Black was set in a time when all men wore hats, but Daniel Radcliffe didn't have a hat. I couldn't get past that. I can understand there are some things that, continuity-wise, that just don't make sense, but... At the plot hole, called me a $5 Indian. What an insult. Texas, yeah. Yeah, fish like a girl. I do live in Texas. Yeah. It is. Beaver, I'm telling you, it is. I know this from experience, dude. You can doubt it all you want, Beaver. You can doubt it all you want. I'm telling you, they have to be nailed in. It's code. The inspector will come out and he'll check trusses. He'll check everything. If you're framing, if any part of your framing is not nailed in of your, nope. Be like, nope. Got to pull it off, redo it. But yeah, so that's true. Building codes can vary wildly, and there's a reason why they want everything nailed. The reason why they want them nailed here in Texas is because we get a lot of tornadoes, a lot of straight line winds too. So, no, Dwayne, no, I get it. I'm right there with you. But yeah, the reason why is because we get a lot of high winds and tornadoes here, and they want to make sure that roof structures, are solid and get little. They want to put as much resistance in peeling a roof off as possible, simply because they used to just like drop the roofs on top of houses without any kind of securing, and they would. You know how it goes, but not anymore. Yeah, in Australia and New Zealand, roofs are strapped with steel and anchored to walls, which is a good thing to do. It's a good. I mean, it helps keep them. But yeah. Anyway, my goodness, we've been going for a while now. Hour 34 on a Tuesday. My goodness, it means it's time to get out of here. All right, I'll give 4 more questions. I'll wait. Take shelter on first or second floor. In a tornado, you take shelter on the first floor. Plot hole with this being in tornado alley, nails and roof straps are a must by code. Yeah. I know. Beaver wants to argue with me. It's funny because Brainy he'll tell me all about Canada. And I listen to him about his Canadian stuff, but come on now. Have you seen Hellfest? It's an awesome slasher movie. No, I haven't. I'll check it out. I will check it out. Who is this? Robert? I'll check it out. I will check it out. Fish Like a Girl says, why is the earth flat? It isn't. And Judy, you got this, says... Where'd it go? There it goes. What movie will we be watching together? I don't know. That's a good question. We'll have to think of something good. I know that when the documentary comes out, all my channel members and patrons will get first invites to watch that. So I think I'm going to do 2 screenings for both sides of the hemisphere, northern or not hemisphere, both. You know what I mean? East, West, London, England, Australia, and then the States, our Americas. So we'll do that. Who is your favorite YouTuber? That's tough. Me. Let's see here. Better than Oprah's book club is Johnny O's movie club. I tell you what, you can check out The Week in Horror. That's a podcast I work on with J.L. Warren, Eugene Hopkins, and Alex Trebek. No, I don't know. I can't remember. Why can't I not remember his last name? So bad. But that one specifically talks about horror films. We live stream that every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Time on The Week in Horror. You can find us on YouTube. Hey, Vegas baby girl, good to see you. But we do that one specific to horror films. I haven't done a whole lot outside of horror films when it comes to reviews, but we can do that. Let's see here. Short Circuit 1 and 2. Yep. Dune. I need to watch Dune because I love Dune. I love Dune. Canada has many provinces. Yes, it does. All right. You're mistaking the code for securing the trusses with how the trusses are made. No, I'm not, Brainy. No, I'm not. I'm telling you, I'm not. Okay, I've built houses in the state of Texas. I have built them. Okay, I'm not making a mistake. My hands have been on the houses as they have been built. Okay, unless they changed it within the past 6 months, It is not. I'm telling you, Brainy. Trust me. I have built the houses. Okay. I recommend the new Dune. I'm gonna check it out. I have to. I love Dune. I love Dune. Thor Rasmussen. I'm just gonna make one and send it to you because I can't get any answer from the guy. I'm just gonna make one. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna make one. We'll make it. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna make you one, and then we'll just do that one. Well, obviously, but that I felt like that was too obvious of an answer. Anyway, it's time for me to get out of here. It's time for me to get out of here before I get in real Barney. I also read the book. It's very long, very long. Why not debate Brainy on house building? Because Brainy will lose, and then he'll be mad at me. Anyway, I got to get out of here. It's time for me to go. Brainy, you stop it. Stop it. Just say, hey, I could be wrong. If you build it, Brainy will believe. That's good. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Special thanks and shout out to all channel members and patrons. You want to get involved, you can do so. Links are in the description. You guys are awesome. I appreciate each and every last one of you. Do be on the lookout for new videos coming out Friday. New Dingleberries come out Friday, and I need to work on shorts and start doing some more shorts. We'll see how that works. But anyway, leave me a comment. Let me know what kind of things you would like to see in shorts for the channel. Outside of that, I'm Johnny O, and you know what time it is. That's right. Wait a second. Wait a second. Is it that time? It is that time. It is that time. It is finger guns, baby.